Hello, everyone. Welcome to your practice and welcome to my channel. Thank you for choosing me for your yoga practice today. My name is Ben if you haven't practiced with me before. And today we are just going to do a simple 15-minute yin class to wind down and relax. So these poses will not be super demanding as far as stretches go. They'll be more passive yin poses. We'll just do one on our abdomen and then finish down on our backs. And so most of the class will be, or the whole class will be very passive poses, and just trying to make it easier for your nervous system to settle down and find relaxation. So whether you've had a long day, a busy week, or you just want a few minutes to wind down before bed or something like that, this is a perfect class for you. I have a blanket, definitely not entirely necessary. I'll just use it for the first pose that we're going to do, but you might be more comfortable without it. So either way, start down on your abdomen. And once you get there, bring your left leg off to your left at about a 90-degree angle. So just setting up for a half frog here. Pretty gentle inner thigh opener. You can rest down with your arms like goalposts or out in a T. And then turn your gaze to the left in the same direction as that knee. And then just bring your attention to sensation, probably a little bit along that left inner thigh, inner groin area. And then as you notice any sensation there, again, it might be pretty subtle. Just notice that sensation and then begin to become aware of your breath. So with your inhales, feeling the low back rise. With your exhales, allowing that left inner thigh to soften, even if it's not going anywhere in space. And just noticing the powerful effect that your breath can have. This is your first time slowing down today. Just noticing when you find stillness. When you start to connect with the breath, maybe deepen the breath, the mind might start to follow, thoughts might start to slow down just a bit. We'll be here for 30 more seconds. Relaxing the jaw, muscles around the face. Just a few more breaths. And then like you're moving in slow motion through the transitions, so if we can slow down the body, still the body, the mind tends to follow suit. So just very slowly bringing your left leg back behind you. Make our way into the second side. If you had a blanket, you can set up shop on the right side with that blanket. And then right leg off at a 90-degree angle. Find a comfortable position for your arms, whatever that looks like for you. And then turn your head to the right. So something about relaxation and the ability to slow down and find ease is that it does take practice. It takes time, it takes repetition, just like building a skill and anything else. So, an important aspect in a mindfulness practice is if your mind feels busy, right? If you're like, I can't relax, even if I'm here breathing, it's hard to relax. Well, that's okay. Give yourself some time and know that it's going to be most conducive to finding relaxation if you can just be patient with yourself. It's okay if the mind wanders. But time and time again with practices like these, with more attention on the breath, it'll become a little easier each time to quiet the chatter of the mind. Letting the whole front of the body become heavy into your mat, the floor. Especially on the exhales, just notice if you can feel yourself dropping in just a touch more with each out breath, letting those exhales complete without a sense of force or hurry. And I'll take about 30 more seconds here. A low belly press towards the mat as you breathe in. Feel your shoulders soften as you breathe out. Take a couple more breaths. And again, very slowly extend the right leg back. Just find a pause down. Take an ear to the mat, maybe the opposite direction that you had it turned before. And just get that feeling of the sides evening out. Allowing that relaxation to set in by feeling that we're not in a hurry between poses. A couple more breaths. And then bring your hands beside your chest. Slowly press yourself up. And make your way down onto your back. And once you come onto your back, oh my. Thought it would be nice to burn some incense today, but I'm just taking some smoke to the face. Anyways, on your back, shift your hips, have the soles of your feet down, and then shift your hips a little bit to the right. Bring your knees in without hugging them in. Let them sway over to your left for a spinal twist. Option to look up. Option to add a little neck stretch, gazing past your right fingertips. And then just really trying to let the breath do the work in this pose. All right, feel that we don't need any engagement of the core muscles, any focus on any particular alignment here. And we just create this little twist in the spine. Create the gentle sensation around the muscles of the spine with that twist. Feeling the rib cage rise as you inhale. You might even rest the left hand on the right side of the rib cage to just feel your breath. And as you exhale, allowing the right shoulder to drop, to become effortless. Just one more minute here. Really feeling that the abdominal muscles are soft. You're just receiving each in-breath and allowing each out-breath to go. As little effort as possible. And 3 more full breaths. Let the exhales complete. Very soothing on the nervous system to breathe like that. And then after your third breath, like you were moving in slow motion, the knees come up through center. Your hips shift a tiny bit to the left this time, just a few inches, and bring the knees in just a touch, and over to the right this time. You can rest your right hand on your left knee. That kind of helps to weigh it down sometimes. Might even add a little bit more of an opener in that left outer hip. If it's good for your neck to stay looking up, that's great. If you try turning past the opposite fingertips and that feels like a nice neck stretch, you can take that variation as well. In yoga, these longer held postures, they give us a great opportunity to pause and slow down. And when we are in those more stressful times, when we have a lot going on, for the most part, it doesn't help to keep thinking about those things going on. And sometimes it's really the last thing that we want to do because we want to solve whatever problems we are encountering at the moment. But if we can slow down, if we can get away from those thoughts for a bit and focus on the breath, then probably if we come back to whatever we're dealing with after we have a practice like this, things will be a little bit clearer. So again, it's a practice, it's a skill set relaxation. The best thing you can do to find that ease in a yoga practice that's slowing down the thoughts is to connect with your breath. Spinal twist, a great spot to do that. Just feel the gentle effects of the inhales on the muscles around the spine. And with your exhales, softening any sensation in that muscle, those muscles. About 30 more seconds. And one more expansive breath. Feel the rib cage expand. And an effortless exhale, just let that breath drift away. And then when that exhale completes, bring your knees back through center. Soles of the feet to touch, knees open wide like a book. If you want to make this a little more of a restorative pose, you could take blocks underneath outer thighs. If you don't have blocks, you can just wedge your fists underneath the outer thighs. That'll create a little extra support for you. Either way, just finding a neutral spine pose. And then just noticing any little shifts here. If there haven't been any shifts in the mind, that's okay. Still doing a great thing for yourself. And if you have noticed that things have slowed down a little bit, just taking note of that, just taking note of how you can downshift your nervous system, how you can slow down the thoughts just in a matter of 15 minutes or so. By using the physical sensations in your body, using the breath. Maybe there are some subtle sensations, like a tingling in the fingers, or a sense of warmth throughout the body. Just tuning in. Feel the jaw relax, a little bit of space in between the upper and lower rows of teeth. Allow the muscles around the eyelids to soften, the forehead to relax. Whole back body just gets heavy into your mat. And then, if you only had about 15 minutes, or right around that mark, you could bring the knees back in if you want to take a little shavasana or a long shavasana. If you have some time, that would be a really good thing to do. If you're at the 15-minute mark, just roll off to either side, press yourself up, and take a moment in a seat before you carry on with your day or whatever time of day it may be for you before you head off to bed. And then again, just feel the power of 15 minutes of slowing down, attention on the body, attention on the breath. It's a very simple formula, but the more you can do practices like this, especially if they are on more challenging days for you, you'll notice great benefits from practices like these. So thank you so much for your practice. Please make sure you are subscribed, hit the like button if you like the video, follow me on Instagram to keep up with my yoga content. And thanks again for practicing with me. Have a great day. Namaste.